Okay, so today for your assignment, you're going to start to find the area of the different shapes that you've put on your quilt piece. For some of you, this is going to be somewhat easy because you followed the directions, your shapes are lined up so that you have lots of usable, measurable shapes. You should have at least 9 measurable shapes at minimum, okay? So that gives you a green on this assignment. A blue would come from doing 12 measurable shapes. So 9 measurable shapes gives you a green. 12 gives you a blue. Okay, so we are going to use, if you have a ruler at home, then I suggest that you just put it up on the screen and you can measure that way. Okay, if you don't, then you can see here on the sides and the top, we've got a ruler. And we're going to round to the whole number here. We've got halves, and then we have quarters in between. So we're going to use that. You're going to measure to the 1/4 inch. This one, actually, I have it it's at an 1/8 here, so I'm just going to round it to the 3. And this one here, same thing, it's at the 1/8, so I'm going to round it to the 2. So for example, my yellow one here, I would have a area that is equal to a base and a height. Sorry, this writing thing is not awesome today. Okay, so my base is going to be 3 and my height is going to be 2. So my area is 6 inches squared. So these measurements on here are inches. If we were doing this at school, I would have you measure in centimeters. It gives more accurate and better measurement, but we're dealing with what we have, okay? So for my triangle here, I would start my measurement here at 3, and then I would come up here and say, well, it's pretty close to the half, right? We're rounding here, and so I've got 6.5 here and a 3, so I would find the difference. So that means that I have a base of 3.5, and my height will be the same as the yellow, so that'll be that would be 2. Okay, so then if I'm going to put this into a formula, 1/2 of 3.5 multiplied by 2, right? So half of, I can do this, I could rewrite this, so half of 2 is 1, so then I'd have 1 multiplied by 3.5, so that means that your area here is 3.5 inches squared. Okay, well, so now you see how you can use the rulers on the side. Let me show you how you're actually going to put that information onto your square. So you're just going to have to insert, oops, let me switch my thing from my pen. So you're going to have to insert a text box, and then you're going to have to make it, fit it to size, put it in your square, and let me remove my information. And then you're just going to have to then enter that information. So area is equal to, equal to 6 inches squared. Okay, and there are ways you can do the squared up here, but it's just easier, simpler to just type it in this way. Okay, so same thing. You could also copy that text box, right? You could copy the box, and we could put a box over here, and same thing. Oops. Area is equal to 3, and you could do it as a decimal or as a fraction. I'm going to just do it as a decimal. inches squared. And maybe I extend this one out so that I can fit it all in one thing like that. Okay? So that's what you're going to need to do is oops, I got it twice in there. You're going to have to enter your text boxes, put your information in on 9 at minimum for like a mastery on this assignment. 12 if you wanted a blue, right? So pick whichever 8 or 9 that you can get a good measurement and easy. Okay, this one, finding my height, would be a little difficult. I could divide this into 2 triangles and find the area of both of them and then add them together, because then I would, actually that wouldn't be too hard. So a good chance for you to experiment with decomposing shapes if you've created some kind of, different shapes and stuff, on how to find the area for those. So good luck to you, and I hope you have fun with this. I think it's fun.